to learn about promises in vanilla JavaScript. And okay, so I'm starting this new series for vanilla JavaScript and along with the Next.js series. Okay, so this is the new playlist for the vanilla JavaScript. Okay, so let's see what is a promise. Okay, promise. Okay, so what is promise? First, see the definition of promise. Okay, so promise is a container. Is a container for a future value. Okay, like through promise you will fetch an API. okay, जो एक response देगा, means एक future value देगा, and वो जो है इस promise में आके store होएगा. okay, समझे? like मान लो कि तुम्हें किसी लड़की ने ना like promise किया that she will marry you. okay, so that promise is a response for this promise. okay. Then some asynchronous things happened. um Asynchronous things happened. इसको ऐसे समझो कि लाइक कुछ तो तुम्हारी शादी में कुछ तो बखेड़ा खड़ा हो गया. ओके, और उसके बाद सब कुछ जो है सेटल हो गया. settle. okay, settled. So this is the settled state. And when you fetch a promise, that was the consume promise. okay, so this is settled promise, and that was consumed promise. okay, so like now when the promise is settled. okay, when the promise is settled. okay, so there are two options. okay, so like या तो जो तुम्हारा प्रॉमिस है वो सक्सेस हो गया है. ओके, जो तुमको प्रॉमिस मिला था वो सक्सेस हो गया है, और इट इज रिजेक्टेड. ओके, रिजेक्शन. ओके, rejection means like whatever the API was, या तो वो successfully fetch हो चुका है, और या उसमें कोई error आ गया है. okay, so like so when the fetch API is rejected. okay, so the what you were fetching is rejection, और उसमें कोई अगर error आ जाता है, then it will return immediately. okay, function will be returned immediately. Function will be return immediately. okay, so function will be rejected immediately, or if it is successed. okay, so if it is successed. okay, so the so अगर वो successful होता है, then it will give you an value. okay, it will return a response. okay, it will return an response, and that response will be saved into in your promise. okay, so now let's do this in our project file. okay, let's see how it is worked. Let's do this. Make a file of two normal files, index.html and index.js. okay, so write a function. okay, now const, like I'm using an API. First let's see what's the API. It's REST countries API. okay, so tap here. You can, let's see, names. okay, and then full name, code name. okay, so just copy this. okay, get country, um get country data. okay, so like we got some, okay, we got some parameters like country and this. okay, now it's the arrow function. okay, so it's like fetch then this and okay, so now this API will return a response, and then we have to counter it. okay, so first let's insert our country in here and add a dollar sign in here. okay, So this will return a promise. Then we have to counter this. Okay, so how to counter it? Like this. Okay. So now this fetch function will return a response or return a promise. By From then method we can counter it. Okay. So let's type here the response. Uh, Make an arrow function and um, let's console.log the response. Okay. Response. Um, we didn't call this country data. Okay, so I am getting this. Okay. So we got our headers and then we have this bodies, but we can't read it. Okay. So how to read this? We have to convert our response into a JSON-like structure. Okay. So response, then dot JSON. Okay. So we now have converted into this. Then this JSON also returns a promise. Okay. So for that JSON, we have to use another then method, and then from this response this JSON file. Okay, we got in this then method. Okay. So let's name it data, and then we have to like let's console.log that data. Okay. So we got our data in here. Use this. Okay, so we got an object and not found. Okay. Oh, okay, we have to pass in the country name. Okay, so let's get a country like India. So now we got two um an array of two objects. Okay, then we have this. Okay, so like, all spellings: India, Bharat, Republic of India, Bharat, Ganarajya. Then we have the capitals, neighboring borders, and, all the details about our country. Okay, about any country. Okay. We there's Portugal, and then we got an area of one, then for Portuguese or Portuguese Republic or whatever. Okay, so now this is how you can get your data. Okay, so let's now see that how can you like change the promise. Okay, like how can you get the neighboring country details of like of India. Okay, so how can you get this data? Okay, so now let's see this. Like, how can you get the data of neighbors of India, like say Bangladesh, okay, Bangladesh or Pakistan, whatever. So let's do this. Okay, so first of all you have to delete this, then open the curly brackets. Let's name this neighbor. The spelling of neighbor. Okay. So now get this data. So first we have the data, and then um, so data. Let's see what we have in here. Okay, we have an array of two, and then we have okay. So we have this borders. Okay, so there is Bangladesh and Bhutan, Myanmar, whatever. So data. We want the first array, then we have some borders, and then let's get to the Bangladesh. Okay, so 0. Okay, so now we have our neighbor. Okay, so let's first console.log this what we get in here. Neighbor. Okay, so we got a BGT. Okay, Bangladesh. Okay, then let's fetch the information about Bangladesh. Okay, let's copy this thing, copy, and then paste it in here, and then we have this neighbor. Okay, so neighbor. Okay, let's see. We are getting an error. Okay, we are getting in code here now, so we can't use this name. Okay. So code, code. Okay, so for code we have to use alpha here. Okay, so just type alpha. Okay, now we should get the okay. So we fetched out the result, है ना? Then okay, so we have to now return this. And what if there is no neighbor? Okay, if any country has no neighbor like Australia, if there is no neighbor, just return. Okay, return immediately. Then we have to convert this. We have to get this response, okay, to the then method, because this fetch function returns a promise. Okay, so response, then response dot JSON, then to this, then this JSON function also returns a promise. So how to handle this then? Okay, so get this data and then just simply console.log that data. Okay, so now we got this. Okay, so we got an array, like all spellings, Bangladesh, people of Bangladesh, whatever. Okay, a capital like Dhaka, and then Bangladesh has border to Myanmar and India. Okay, nice. This is how we can fetch. This is how we can fetch an API in normal or vanilla JavaScript. Okay.